Are you a motherless daughter? What if we told you we have 20 years worth of truth treasures, pearls of wisdom, and diamonds of hope to help you with your mother loss? We do, and we share all things mother loss on Nurturing Words, Voices of Experience, a podcast by the Motherless Daughters Ministry. Give yourself some self-care and listen as we discuss grief, regret, anger, redemption, closure, and so much more.
Hello, I'm Gladys Bell, your host. If you are new to our podcast, welcome. We are so pleased you have found us. We are a nonprofit ministry focused on serving women who have lost or missed the loving care of a mother. You can check our show notes to find out more information about our ministry. If you are a returning listener, we want to say thank you so much for listening to our podcast. We hope you are encouraged with our episodes. If you enjoy our episodes, would you take a moment to rate and review our podcast on whatever platform you use? This is a simple task that helps make sure our podcast reaches motherless daughters. Also, if you would like to support our podcast and ministry, check our show notes for ways to donate and become involved. Today's episode is based on a timely, recent blog post by our ministry founder, Dr. Mary Ellen Collins. She addresses the difficulty of the holidays. Motherless daughters know this time of year can be a minefield of emotions. Perhaps you have wonderful memories of your mother making Christmas magical with a loving touch. That can make the holidays difficult as you want to relive those magical moments, but are left with an empty chair. Perhaps you never experienced that magic and struggle with a strained relationship with your mother. You want that Norman Rockwell-style holiday, but end up feeling alone and empty. However the holidays hit, it can be a difficult time. As a ministry that's focused on helping motherless daughters, we've also heard a lot from loved ones of motherless daughters. Whether it's fathers, adult children, spouses, many want to understand better how to offer condolences and be there for the motherless daughter in their lives. While there's no magic words to say, there are things that can be helpful and some that can be harmful. Today, we are sharing our thoughts and experience on ways to share condolences and support the motherless daughters in your life this holiday season. The holidays are supposed to be filled with warmth, laughter, and family. Yet, for many women, especially those who've lost their mother through death, emotional absence, estrangement, or other painful separations, the season can reopen wounds that never fully heal. As friends, colleagues, or loved ones, we often struggle with what to say, what not to say, and how to show up when someone's heart is quietly breaking beneath the twinkling lights. This is a heartfelt guide to help you reach out with compassion, understanding, and grace to a motherless daughter during the holidays. Recognize the weight of the season. The holidays magnify absence. Every tradition, song, or smell can become a trigger, a reminder of what's missing. When you say, quote, "I know the holidays must be hard for you," unquote, you're giving her space to breathe. You're acknowledging her reality rather than glossing over it with "Merry Christmas" or "Cheer up, it's the holidays." What most motherless daughters want is for someone to see them, not to fix their pain. You might say, "I've been thinking of you and your mom this season. I imagine it must feel different without her." Simple, honest acknowledgement is one of the greatest gifts you can offer. Say her mother's name. One of the most beautiful ways to comfort a motherless daughter is to keep her mother's name alive in conversation. Mention her mother. Tell a story if you have one. Say, "Your mom always made the best cookies," or "Your mom had such a calming voice." Even if you never met her mother, you can still say, "I never got to meet your mom, but I can tell how special she was because of who you are." Hearing her mother's name is like a balm. It validates the love that still lives on. Avoid the silence that implies her mother's existence has been erased. Don't offer platitudes. When someone is grieving, phrases like, "She's in a better place," or "Everything happens for a reason," can sting. They minimize pain rather than meet it. The holidays aren't the time for spiritual shortcuts or forced cheer. Instead, offer something grounded. Quote, "I know nothing I can say will make this easier, but I care deeply about you," unquote. Or, quote, "If you'd like to share a memory about your mom, I'd love to listen," unquote. Presence, not perfection, is what comforts most. Offer specific help. Grieving hearts often struggle to ask for help, especially during a season that demands joy. Generic offers like, "Let me know if you need anything," rarely help, because they put the burden back on her to decide what's okay to ask for. Try offering something concrete. "Can I drop off dinner next week?" Or, "Would you like to decorate together, or would you prefer a quiet evening out?" Or, "Would you like me to go with you to the service or event you're dreading?" Specificity is kindness. It says, "I see your pain, and I'm willing to walk beside you." Respect her boundary. Some motherless daughters may want to skip the holidays altogether. No tree, no carols, no parties. Others might cling to traditions as a way of keeping their mother close. Both are okay. Don't pressure her to join in or assume she wants to be alone. Ask gently, "What would feel most comforting for you this year?" If she says she needs quiet, honor that. If she says she wants company, be there. Grief doesn't have a rule book. It certainly doesn't take a holiday break. Include her in gentle ways. If you're hosting a gathering, consider simple gestures that show you remember. Light a candle in her mother's honor. Share a favorite memory at the table. Or create a small ornament with her mother's name. You can say, "We wanted to include your mom in spirit tonight. Her light still shines through you." Even small acts of remembrance can mean more than you'll ever know. Send a thoughtful message or card. A handwritten note can be deeply healing, especially when it reflects genuine care. You might write something like, quote, "I know this season can stir up a lot of feelings. I want you to know I'm thinking of you and holding space for both your love and your loss. Your mother's presence lives on in you, and I honor both of you this holiday," end quote. Avoid the overly cheerful "Happy Holidays" if it doesn't fit. Authentic warmth always lands better than forced cheer. Acknowledge that grief takes many forms. Not every motherless daughter lost her mom to death. Some lost her to addiction, narcissism, mental illness, or emotional unavailability. Those losses are equally real and often more complicated because they lack closure. You can say, quote, "I know your relationship with your mom was complicated, but I imagine the holidays still bring up a lot. I'm here if you ever want to talk," unquote. That acknowledgement helps her feel less invisible in a world that often only recognizes physical death as real loss. We're going to take a short break to tell you about a resource, and then we'll get right back to the podcast.
Mother loss is a lifelong grief journey. The scars go deep and the pain is relentless. It affects every aspect of a woman's being, regardless of age of loss or how the loss occurred. The hole is deep and filled with many emotions. You are invited to our online support community with the Motherless Daughters Ministry online support groups, focusing on the journey and the difficult obstacles that get in the way of healing. To learn more about our weekly support group offerings, visit us online at motherlessdaughtersministry.com.
Don't try to rush her healing. Grief is not linear. It doesn't fade neatly year by year. Some holidays may hit harder than others. Be patient. If it's been decades since her mother died, that doesn't mean the ache disappears. Instead of assuming she's over it, you might gently ask, "How are you feeling this year?" That simple question, free of assumptions, opens the door for her to share her truth. Be the presence she misses. At the core, what a motherless daughter misses most is the safety, guidance, and unconditional love her mother once gave, or that she wished she had received. When you check in, listen deeply, offer reassurance, tell her you're proud of her. These words, "I'm proud of you," "You're loved," "You're not alone," can be the emotional warmth she longs for. You don't have to replace her mother. You simply become a presence of love that whispers, "You're still cared for." What you might say and what you might want to hear. Here are a few phrases that bring comfort. "I can't imagine how you feel, but I'm honored to walk beside you." Your mother's love still echoes through your life. You're carrying her legacy beautifully. You don't have to be strong all the time. It's okay to miss her. I see you doing your best even in your grief. That's brave. You're allowed to celebrate, cry, or skip the day entirely, whatever you need. And if you are a motherless daughter reading this, here's what you might want to hear most. You are loved. You are seen. You are enough. Your mother's story and your own are still sacred. The gift of remembering. Ultimately, the best condolence isn't about perfect words. It's about remembering. Remembering her mother, her pain, and her courage. The holidays may always carry some ache, but your kindness can soften its edges. So reach out, write the note, Make the call. Offer the hug. You don't need to fix her grief. You just need to remind her she's not alone in it. Because the truth is, love doesn't end when a mother dies, disappears, or disappoints. It shifts, it changes shape, but it never stops existing. And sometimes the most profound healing happens when someone else simply says, I remember her too. My prayer for you. During this holiday season, may we each find the courage to speak love, honor memory, and hold space for those whose hearts are quietly grieving. For every motherless daughter, may peace come gently, one tender remembrance at a time. Now, before we go, let's take a moment to hear some reflections on this blog from our podcast administrator, Sarah Lynn Wells. The holidays have a way of shining a light on what and who is missing. For a motherless daughter, this season can stir up memories, longings, and an ache that defies words. Maybe it's the scent of a candle she used to light, the sound of a song she loved, or simply the hush at the end of the night. For others, maybe it's the unending disappointment of the way you wish things had been, or painful memories of past holidays, and a difficult relationship. The world says it's the season to be joyful, but your heart may feel heavy, tender, or even confused by the swirl of emotions. If that's you today, I want to say you are not alone. And more importantly, God sees you. Jesus speaks these simple, powerful words in Matthew 5:4, quote, Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted, unquote. That verse doesn't promise us quick healing. It doesn't say, Blessed are those who get over it quickly, or Blessed are those who hide their grief. It simply acknowledges the truth. Mourning is part of loving. And God declares that His comfort, His presence, meets you inside of that tender place. Psalm 34:18 reminds us, quote, The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit, unquote. If your spirit feels crushed this season, God is not distant from you. He draws near. For many motherless daughters, the holidays feel like a spotlight on the empty space where their mother should be. Maybe you're missing her voice. Maybe you're missing her traditions. Maybe you're missing her grounding presence, the one who always knew how to make this season feel like home. Or maybe you are struggling with bitterness for the type of relationship you have, exhaustion over trying to fix things, or guilt for having to set necessary but difficult boundaries. You might wonder, why does it still hurt so much, even after years? Or why does the grief come in waves? Or maybe, why can't I just be joyful like everyone else? Friend, nothing is wrong with you. Grief doesn't run on a schedule. Love doesn't expire. And holidays, with all their warmth, nostalgia, and memory, naturally stir the deepest parts of us. This grief you carry, it is sacred, and it matters to God. Sometimes the most honest prayer you can offer is simply, Lord, this is hard. And He hears that. He honors it. God doesn't ask you to put on a brave face. He invites you to come as you are, weary, aching, overwhelmed, grateful, or anything in between. You don't have to hide your tears from Him. They are safe with Him. You might find comfort in creating a small ritual of remembrance this year. Lighting a candle in honor of your mother. Saying her name in prayer. Reading a scripture that comforts you. Writing a letter to her, sharing what this year has held. Preparing one of her recipes as a way to feel connected. These are not signs of dwelling in the past. They are signs of love that still has a place in your life. As the blog post says, one of the most comforting gifts someone can offer is to simply acknowledge your mother, to speak her name, to remember that she lived, that she mattered, that she shaped you. If you long for people to do that, it's okay. It's human. And if you don't have people who naturally do it, know this: God never forgets her, and He never forgets you. You are His daughter, beloved, held, remembered, and He walks with you through every holiday table, every memory, every quiet night where the ache feels too loud. You do not walk this road by yourself. Grief and hope are not opposites. They can sit side by side in the same heart. Your longing for your mother and your longing for God can coexist, and they often meet in a place deeper than words. Yes, the grief is real, but so is the comfort. So is the presence of God. So is the promise that this world is not the end of the story. Revelation describes a day when God will wipe away every tear, not dismissing them, but wiping them away with His own hand. Until then, He walks with you in every tear that falls now.
If you are in need of more nurturing words, we encourage you to listen to our other episodes. Don't forget to hit subscribe so you can join us next time. We don't want to miss you. We have many Motherless Daughter resources on our website at www.motherlessdaughtersministry.com. You can also find us on our YouTube channel and Facebook at Motherless Daughters Ministry. We hope you'll come visit us, and we look forward to joining us next time.